fight's not over.
Stop the fight!
People.
Everybody, I come here for everybody. Kill everybody. I'm the champ. I'm the king. Kill everybody. Ah!
What's up, guys? It's Lane here with Broke Bets with Carson.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We'll get into our bets for this week. We got Rodriguez versus Lemos. Another kind of dicey card from a betting perspective, but I think that's just the story of this fall. We got 5.43 units in the line to make a little bit more than that back. 0 straight bets. I don't really trust anybody at the even odds this week. I don't like betting heavyweights. Try not to bet chick fights, although I'm breaking a rule this week. But yeah, let's get into the first parlay. I got Mario Bautista and Grant Dawson together here. Mario Bautista should be the better fighter, more active, really grown into his frame at the weight class. I think that he's going to be able to outbody Benito Lopez here and find a finish, hopefully. And then also Grant Dawson I got with him. Mark Madsen's just been slowing down in his fights, and I think that it's going to be hard for him to cruise to another decision by using his wrestling to kind of make it out of bad situations. I see Dawson either finding a way to his back and submitting, or honestly a knockout. But it's been a little bit of a dicey fight, but there's not many good parlay options on this card. For the first prop, I got Tagir, Ulanbekov, and Nate Maness going under 2.5. I know that Tagir isn't a known finisher, but when Nate Maness gets on the scales, I think he's going to look like death here. He's going to be super sunk in. He might have a little bit of a less speed here when he's at 125, and Tagir could catch him. Tagir put a lot of good strikes on Tim Elliott, if you remember, but Tim Elliott's also very durable. And on the other side, Nate Maness could finish Tagir. He's a pretty talented fighter himself. He's got some decent power, so I like the under 2.5 here at the odds it's at. And then the next one, I got Mario Bautista, like I said, finishing Benito Lopez. I think that truly his size with the grappling, if it has the grappling, will be there, and he's going to be always putting a pace on him. You could play the under 2.5 rounds, but I think when he's heavily favorited already, I may as well play him by finish. And then you got your bet here?
Yeah, Magny and Rodriguez over 2.5. Both these guys are super durable, and they do have some finish ability, but just with both their durabilities, I like this to go over here.
Yeah, D-Rod really doesn't extend himself on shots too much, and it seems like Neil Magny has been slowing down recently. And yeah, like you said, D-Rod hasn't ever been finished before, so feels pretty safe. Miranda Maverick is the next bet I got. I got her by finish. We try to keep the rule of not doing chick fights, but there's kind of a clear path to victory here, and that should be Maverick's wrestling to a finish. Shana Young's been finished by what's her nuts, the Switzerland chick.
Carolina?
No.
Joanna?
No, you're mixing up Poland. God.
Oh.
She's blonde, but she elbowed the shit.
Egger?
Yes, yeah, Stephanie Edgar. Elbowed the shit out of her on the ground. Maverick's already finished her on the ground in a previous exhibition match. So, the finish prop looks pretty good here. I see people doing the under 2.5, but once again, it's like when you're such a heavy favorite, you have to imagine the favorite's going to finish. Maverick hasn't been finished by Blanchfield or what's her nuts, Macy Barber, so I would expect Maverick to find that finish. Playing it light though. And then I got Darrick Minner and Shayilan Nuerdanbieke, however you say that name, under 2.5 rounds. I just feel like Minner's either going to find an early submission because he's kind of a killer be killed fighter, or Shayilan will finish him on the feet or with ground and pound. I mean, Minner's been finished by the damaged Darren Elkins, and I just feel like if a young dude with a lot of power and Shayilan gets his fist down on him and the ground and pound, it'll probably be the end of the fight.
A lot of Shayilan's regional fights were finishes, but in the UFC, he has yet to finish anyone. But
he dropped TJ Brown in their last fight, and dominated positions, and I think just Darrick Minner's way of fighting, which is will lead to that. And Ryan Hall, in his performance against Darrick Minner, Ryan Hall had him in bad positions consistently, but never really truly went for ground and pound, and Minner was able to defend submissions for the most part. But final bet, I'm playing Candelario. In this parlay, I'm playing Candelario and Jake Hadley to go over 1.5 rounds. Candelario has shown that he's very durable in his fights with Victor Altamirano and in Tatsuro Taira. This dude doesn't really give up, and I don't think Hadley's going to have his way with positions on the ground. He might get him in some interesting submission spots, but I think he'll still defend them. I like this one to go the distance, but taking a little bit safer here with the over 1.5 instead. Next one, I got Ramona Pascual and Vidal going over 1.5 rounds. Pascual survived with a tough fighter in Josiane Nunes, or maybe it finished late in that fight. But Vidal, coming in new here, doesn't really have a super dominant part of her game, and Ramona Pascual should survive 1.5 rounds pretty easily, or vice versa. I don't see Pascual finishing Vidal. And the polishing off leg, I got Johnny Munoz Jr. Liudvik doesn't really seem to have damage in his game, and I think heading to a judge's scorecards, it'll be hard to have a case for him to win that fight. At the same time, Johnny's BJJ should be the great neutralizer on the ground, and his stand-up should be at length better using jabs and kicks. So that's the finishing off parlay. It's another sketchy card like it is, but UFC 281, I got money everywhere. I got money on all these people, so I look forward to breaking down our bets with you guys on that card. But for now, these are the bets. I think I want to do UFC 281 breakdown tomorrow, so stay tuned. Anything else from you?
Nope. Looking forward to next week's card.
Yes, sir. All right, guys.
Peace.
I know. It doesn't matter from the trenches. I'm built like this. Don't doubt to me, I couldn't do it. The odds that I couldn't do it. Look at me now.